Okay, so in the C box we have it easy because our three minors are A minor, D minor, and E minor. Okay, our majors are C-shaped, C-shaped, C, E-shaped F, and G-shaped G. So let's just take a quick look at the circle. Okay, so here's our circle. So we'll go C, E, G. We'll go this way, C, E, and then G there, because this is just what? Fourth to the fifth. So it's a pentatonic scale, C, D, E, G, A. C, D, E, G, A. C, D, G, E, A. Okay, when we're going up the modal, we have C, D, in key of C. C, C major, D minor, E minor, and then an E major shaped fourth, then G shaped G, okay, and then A minor shaped A minor. And then the half diminished, you can call that whatever shape you want. You can call it the root shaped -1 scale. That's it. Whole step down from the fifth, whole step down from the third, and a half step down from the root. You can call it a root shape. We go the other way, going in fifths. Okay, so it's 1, 4, 5. We're going C, E to G. All right, that's the only reason I put the circle there. Just for a quick little review on that. Okay, again we have for the minor triad 6 root 3, for the Violian 2, 4, 6, for the Dorian, and 3, 5, 7. Okay, so we know that. Now the notation. Okay, so 6, 2, 3, remember, is like a 1, 4, 5 in minors. That's going to be the structure. A minor, D minor, E minor in the C box. A minor, here it is, 3, 6 root, first inversion, 3, 6 root. D minor up here, 6, 2, 4, second inversion rather, both of them second inversion. Okay, 6, 2, 4, and then E minor is also second inversion, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5. So how does that, again, we're in the C box, it's so easy. Okay, so we're going to play A minor, D minor, E minor. Then you can go to C, C to E-shaped F with the bar, and then G-shaped G. So that's what we want to do in all of the other cases, and it's not as easy as it seems. Let's look again down here. This is the new way of doing it. Now the colors, I'm experimenting with different colors, but the problem is I don't have time to do all the colors over each time. So you'll see them here, they're in the C colors because they're in the C box. This is the same thing, because it's the same in the C box. The C box doesn't need any conditioning. Now let's go over to the A box. What is the A box? What is the A box? Well, you can just play an A there. Real deal A. Okay. Or you can take the capo and put it up and make that, instead of E being the fifth of A, you've got G being the fifth of C. Do an A-shaped C up here. Yes, you can suspend the root chord because you're going 3 to 4, which is in the scale. But my finger just does it because it's big and clumsy. Now let's look at the old way of doing it and the new way of doing it. So this is how it's going to be. Alright. We got the old way and the new way, and then we have the dictionary down here, and I've annotated the new ways to do them down here. So let's first look at up here at the old way, and I've repeated this information down here because I noticed I had to refer to that quite frequently at first. So in the A box, lowest playable is 5. If you do a finger bar here and then move it down, you can access these guys in an arpeggio. Otherwise, if this is the fret nut or a capo, we've got G minor, C minor, D minor. Okay. Now that G minor is going to be a G minor over 2. Okay, so I don't know why I didn't add G minor 7th over 2 right here. Because again, as I was just telling you, we can't access that if we have, and we want to talk about how to do these things from the fret nut or the capo so we can play away. So you can play in open strings. So for instance, my open strings down here are C, F, B flat, E flat, G, and C, because they're both 2 whole steps down from E, A, D, G, B, and E again. So I can do this A shape here comfortably, D shape and E shape. Easy box for the majors. Okay, now for the minors, it's going to be G minor, C minor, D minor. Now we use the circle for that. We're just going ahead with A to its 6th is G. That's how it goes. D to its 6th, because we're counting a pentatonic scale, and we're doing it backwards. So if you have a C-shaped C, you're going to have that diminished C shape, and then you're going down to an A shape. So C goes to A shape for the 6th. A shape goes to G shape, down a pentatonic scale. And going down a pentatonic scale from C spells caged. C-A-G-E-D, caged. Go up, D-E-G-A-C. Okay, so C shaped C, D shaped D minor, E, and then also an E major shaped for the 4th, and then G again. So if we're just dealing with majors and minors, and not particularly the Lydian mode or the Locrian mode, we're just doing caged and C, D, E, G, A. So here, A goes to G, D goes to C, and E goes to D. It goes ahead 1 caged letter because we're going down to its relative 6th. 1 relative 6 goes down, so C shape goes to A minor shape. E shape goes to D minor shape. See how we're going down in a pentatonic scale? So it's forward in the word caged. And G shape goes to E minor shape. Forward in the word caged. C-A-G-E. So this is where these come from. They're not just, oh, that happens to be where they are. So now we can't access the G minor shape 6 root 2. I can do it on with arpeggios. So if this is the G, here's my G, bottom string. Okay, so the G minor is going to be 6 root 3 for a G minor shaped